Logan Stargazer here, the Smexius Avatar in Inworlds, wearing my Smexius outfit just for you. This video is going to show you the 3 important differences between SketchUp 2015 and SketchUp 7. Or rather, I'll tell you 2 and show you 1, because the first 2 are very simple. 2015 has more functions, straight out, more graphic functions. 2015 can import and export Collada format natively, no conversion necessary. The big difference now, the one that might be a deal breaker, at least for some, is the way that it exports models. First, we have to talk about faces. What is a face? Unlike what you may think, a face is not a flat surface that you can drop texture onto. For example, this model here does not have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, those are not faces. In Mesh, a face is a unique texture, or unique material. I'm going to drop a texture onto this house here. Green leaves are fine. This model has one face. It covers the entire model inside and outside. This model has one face, and you can't drop more than one texture onto this model in World. It's not going to work. It only has one face. If you were to drop a texture on the top of the chimney, well, the whole house would take on that texture. Only one face. Now the house has two. Let me do a different one. Now the house has 2 faces. This piece of the roof and the rest. It still has 2 faces. This is the same texture. Now the whole roof is one face, and the whole rest of the house is another face. Get the pattern? A face is a unique texture. Now, that looks like the same as the other one. The house has 3 faces. The house has 4 faces. The house has 5 faces. I think you get it. I'm going to keep going till 8 for the next thing. 8. 6 faces, or did I lose count? I'm getting old. 1, 2, 1. The roof is 1. The face is 2. The thing is 3. That's 3. That's 4, 5, 6. 6 faces. The house has 6 faces. The house has 7 faces. One more. This house now has 8 faces. Well, yeah, mesh objects have 8 faces. Now comes the quote-unquote problem, depending on your opinion. A maximum amount of faces a mesh object can have is 8. You can't put more than 8 on a mesh object. It's not possible onto a single mesh object. If this were SketchUp 7, which outputs single mesh objects, we'd be screwed. If I export this in SketchUp 7, I would have a one-piece house with 8 faces on it. And if I wanted, I'm going to put a line here and pick some other texture. It really doesn't matter. Just pick one. Asphalt. That model now has 9 faces on it. SketchUp 7 won't handle that. Unless I were to choose this, make it a group, move it aside, and then export it. If I exported this in SketchUp 7, I would have one mesh object with 8 faces and one mesh object with 1 face, and then I would link the 2 together to make the house again. So that could be seen as a plus. SketchUp 7 makes more, what's the word I'm looking for, integral? It makes more combined mesh. SketchUp 7 would have exported this house. This part of the house as one solid piece with 8 textures on it. SketchUp 2015 doesn't do that. I'll show you what 2015 does, and then you make your decision as to what you like best. And just as an extreme example, I'm going to put another line here, another line here, and I'm going to put this on there, and I'll put that on there, and let me find one more geometric tiles. Find anything, and we'll put this here. There are lots of faces. Okay, I'm going to export this in 2015. I'll show you what happens. This house has, I lost count of textures, 12? 10, 12 textures, something like that. Okay, export 3D model. Directly out as Collada, that's fine. I'll put it over my old one. Over to the world. Damn, I'm smexy. Modest too. Upload. Well, let me be clear, that's not me. That's my avatar. I have no wish to be a beautiful, sexy girl. That's just my character. Some people play dragons, some people play kitties. I play a girl. Whoopie dingus. She's hot though. I play a hot girl. Alright, there we go. I'll just do a simple output. Nothing fancy, no settings. I'm not going to keep the house, I'm just going to show you something. And upload it. Now, let me make a note. I textured it and I dumped it out directly as Collada. So far I think we have a big plus. No conversion necessary, no breaking up necessary, no screwing around necessary. Texture it, export it, pull it into World. However, now I will show you the deal breaker, at least for some. This object that I brought into World is, some of you are going to gasp, I'm sorry. Some of you are going to have a spaz, I'm sorry. Is unlink. Yes, I can unlink it. You know why I can unlink it? Because SketchUp 2015 decided to make each one of these its own independent mesh object. Okay, you mesh guys can gasp now. That is awful in terms of mesh. That object should not be so many broken up pieces. So, is that a deal breaker? I don't know. My personal opinion, no. No. Because I was able to texture it, save it as Collada, load it into World, I'm done and ready. I personally do not care if it's a million pieces all linked together. But you might. If you do, use SketchUp 7 and break your model up manually if it has more than 8 textures. If you don't care, use 2015 and just build. Thank you for watching.